So let's now take a look at the different phrases and words that show up in this episode and how you can use them in daily conversations.
I heard about the cartoons. Tough break, man.
Tough break basically means that's too bad or that's a shame. You can say this when something bad happens to someone. Now, you do want to keep in mind that you don't want to use it in a really serious situation like a death in the family, but for most other situations, it's all right. However, you do want to be careful that you don't use it in a situation where the bad thing that happened was that something broke. In my example sentence originally, I said, I'm sorry to hear that you broke your arm skiing, tough break, man. It sounds like you're just making fun of the person if you say it that way. If a friend or colleague has broken their leg, or if they say that they broke their favorite vase, don't use it. You can use it in situations where, maybe they didn't get the raise that they had anticipated, or, maybe their favorite restaurant closed down. Then it's totally fine to say tough break. So for an example of how you can use it, I'm really sorry that you didn't qualify for the marathon. Tough break.
You heard me. I won't be in for the rest of the week. I told you. My baby beat me up. Oh, it is not the worst excuse I ever thought of. Wise guy.
A wise guy is someone who says really sarcastic or cynical comments to show off how clever they are. This is a phrase that you can use when you're talking with a friend that you have a teasing relationship with, or with someone who is really annoying you. It's not really something that you would use with a coworker unless you're really close. So for example, you can say something like, okay, wise guy, instead of saying all of my ideas are bad, why don't you suggest something?
Oh, lady, be quiet.
I don't know living here, all right? Stop.
That woman, that screwball Marge Simpson. We've got to stop her.
A screwball is basically someone who's kind of foolish or crazy or eccentric. It's technically an insult, but it's really not that offensive. Still, you wouldn't use it with, your supervisor. But if you're just talking to a friend, maybe teasing them, or if you're talking about someone who you don't really like and you think that they act really oddly, then you can use it there. So, for example, Carol is always doing really strange things. She's kind of a screwball.
In regards to your specific comments about the show, our research indicates that one person cannot make a difference, no matter how big a screwball she is. So let me close by saying...
And the horse I rode in on, I'll show them what one screwball can do.
And the horse you rode in on is basically something that you would add to telling someone to screw off. It's really rude and not really something that you would say to friends or colleagues or anything like that. You would mostly use it with someone who you're either legitimately angry with, or you would say it with a friend if you're joking. So you would say this to someone who's, really arrogant and just generally unwelcomed. For example, you think you're better than everyone. Screw you and the horse you rode in on.
This really hits the spot. Doesn't it, though? You make really good lemonade, Scratchy.
Hits the spot is slang for something that tastes or feels really good, or just satisfies a craving. Something that can hit the spot is a really good meal or a nice hot bath after a long day. So, for example, you can say, on a really cold day, hot chocolate really hits the spot.